Hi, everybody. Thank you for showing up on last minute's notice. And sorry for the lighting in here. We're doing some painting, so our curtains are down at the moment, so there's not much I can do. But never mind. I'm glad that you made it, and I hope that we have some conversation, which hopefully we can enjoy, but at times might get difficult. So sorry if if we're here for, a lot of other reasons, but hopefully again we can enjoy ourselves. And I'm not mad at this lighting. I look a little, I guess, oily, but at the same time, it has to do with the fact that, like I said, we took our curtains down because we're painting, and it looks like I actually look tan. And trust me, in England, this time of the year is very difficult to tan. So it's very difficult to tan. So I really think it's just because there's a lot of natural light in the room, and we have several huge windows that are around me. So again, sorry about that. Thank you, Gladys. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. So I was really hoping I'm glowing. Hola. I was hoping that we could kind of catch up and share some thoughts because I have been watching what is going on and I can't figure it out. I have no idea what is happening, and I would love your input because I'm not sure uh, where this is going. And I think that just like me, a lot of us are probably quite confused. Bonjour. Um, Thank you, Harriet. um, so we'll give it like another second or so. But geez, like I'm so glad it's Friday, you guys. Like I think that I'm going to probably partake in some happy hour after this because it has just been one of those crazy weeks where in my personal life, like things have happened. Everything is fine. It's just been manic and crazy, and I've been like running around having to do things, then trying to do some research for you guys, and I'm kind of at like a loss at the moment. So hopefully you guys can help me. I would love it if you did, actually. Um, and hopefully, I've been speaking foreign languages literally all day today. My day started out in Mandarin and it finished off in French. So if I seem kind of like troubled looking for words, that's why. I haven't been in English at all, like really at all today. So Blue Flamingo, no, I'm sure it's not that bad. Just are um are you on a diet? I'm not on a diet. I am. It's just the way I eat. Hey, Joey. Um, okay, so this week in our world of make believe on YouTube, it is a strange time. What in the heck is going on? What are we watching? Um, so I'll just go ahead and say now that I was going to do a react. I've been waiting for like weeks to do this video in reaction to Chantal's time warps because sometimes I enjoy them. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, but this one I felt like I didn't have much to say because I don't even know what that show is. I don't even know what she's talking about. I don't know. And we're the same age. She said that that show I think came out in 1990. 1990, I was watching Nickelodeon. I mean, first and foremost, I was outside playing kickball and like things like that. But um, I don't remember that show at all. And then I watched it hoping that I could understand what the show was talking about, or what the show was about. And sadly, she didn't give us any information about the show that I felt like I could comment on. She made a pie. I would have really much more appreciated since we are the same age and we like so in 1990 we would have been 6, and so by the time the 90s were over we would have been 16, and a lot happens then, right? Like a lot happens. Um and I wish that she would have taken time to do something that would have been appropriate for our age at the time, and then I would have had much more to say. But oh my god, I couldn't tell, guys. I couldn't tell if she was trying to tell us about a show, about a cookbook, about I still to this day have no clue what she was talking about. And what I was thinking I could do, just to be silly, is to do a video about a show that would have been, I don't know, people would have known from that time. Well, I guess people knew it because people were commenting on it, and I see that some of you have seen about it. You've seen it, you know about it. Um, I just don't know. So I thought maybe like if I did like a Golden Girls one, or which I was not watching at that age, but I've watched as an adult, and I could have showed her how to like explain who the characters were, and dress up like Sophia. I don't know. You guys want to see me in a wig, but it could be funny. It could be funny, but at the same time, I just really I didn't want to bore you guys, and I want to be like that channel where you come here and we're gonna have like if I'm gonna make a video, it's got to be something about um something that we want to talk about. And I felt like I was really let down by that, and I'm sure you guys were too. Were you not? Were you guys not let down at the fact that we had been promised that video for a long time, and we just sat there and we were like, "What the hell was this?" I just wish that she she would have told us. At least I could have like walked away and been like, "Oh, I learned something about that show," which I do not remember like at that time. I still don't know about it, but her video certainly didn't help me, learn about it. And then I thought, well, maybe Mike, if you like find it somewhere on the internet and watch it, maybe like you could present the viewers with something else. But the video was so damn boring. There was nothing to talk about. I couldn't. Uh, I didn't know what was going on. It was just so weird, and like her like Titanic one. I thought that it was lazy, but at least it was like kind of interesting. This one, I was like, oh my god. Usually my husband's like, shut up talking about her, and this one I was dead silent. I had nothing to say. I was literally like in a trance, just like watching, waiting for something to happen, and nothing happened. It was just so strange. And then she went on and she talked about this pie that she made, and I was like that. And I think in the next day she said that like she only had one piece of that pie. It wasn't that great or whatever. It was, oh Lord. I mean, I don't want to be funny, but I also don't like to waste your guys' time. But there was nothing to say. There was nothing to say. And I thought, well, let's just at least have a laugh. And I couldn't even laugh, which is pretty easy to make me laugh. But I just, oh God. Oh, boring. It was boring, boring, boring. And in just a moment, I want to move on to my real question about what's going on. But I'm going to need a little bit of, I might be, you might make me stand corrected. I don't know. But there might be a time where, because I want to tell you about a time that I know people that went through something similar. And that might not be very funny. It might not be very enjoyable. But so yesterday, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. I can't remember what Chantal's doing these days. And we can talk about Amber too, because that is even more crazy. I don't even know what she's doing. She went live yesterday, and that was weird, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. So this is where I need your guys' thoughts and opinions. This is where I need... Okay. She went on that video and told us that she lost almost 30 pounds. She got on the scale, and I thought to myself, that doesn't seem right. The idea that and then she went for that poutine dinner where she ate in her car. She knew the guy that owned the restaurant. He'd worked there for like a million years, whatever. And somebody said to her, congratulations on your weight loss. And she said that she doesn't feel like she can be congratulated because she doesn't know how it happened. Well, I have a couple of things running through my mind, and I want you guys to tell me, am I like way off base? Am I wrong? The first thing that she did, well, the first thing that ran through my mind was, okay, this is like a trick out of Amberlynn Reid's book where the scale has a tear on it, or it's not like level on like a hard surface. I think that, there are lots of things with that scale that just didn't feel right to me. It just didn't feel right. And I felt like I was being duped. But if we take into consideration, okay, this is where if you guys will just bear with me, I'll tell you two stories of where I've had friends that have lost weight unintentionally like that. And I hope that I can do this with dignity because this is what I mean to do. The first thing is in high school, I had one of my best friends. She, like when you're around somebody, like, and you see them daily and you don't notice that they are, losing weight or whatever. I remember my friend showed up and I had seen her every day. And then, like, on this particular day, she walked in. I was like, whoa, like, you have lost a lot of weight. And her parents both they were medical professionals, and they knew that something wasn't right either. And they took her to the doctor, and the doctor had diagnosed her with diabetes. And essentially, her body, I guess, I'm not a doctor, but had like flushed all this weight from her. I mean, I guess she was feeling like, a little like sick or ill or whatever, but she didn't feel right and she didn't look right. And we were like, I don't want to use a real name. We'll call her Stacy. Like, Stacy, like, are you feeling okay? And she was flushed and she was tired and she just like all this weight had just like vanished. And I was like, whoa. And I remember I met up with her much later on. She's also now in the medical profession. She's a doctor, actually, so good for her. I should have got her on this live stream to talk about it, but she's somewhere in Florida, and the time difference probably wouldn't have worked out. But I remember that was the first time I'd ever met somebody who had lost such a significant amount of weight without trying to do so. This next one might be a little hard again for people to listen to, and not because I don't know. I want to be. I want to have dignity in telling this story. The other thing happened was when I was in my mid-20s. I had a friend of mine who. This is really hard to tell. I remember I had seen him at the bar and everything was like normal. And where I went to college, there was only one, so there was only one gay bar that you could go to. And then I remember I didn't see him for a couple of weeks, and then I saw him at the bar again, and it was like his eyes were sunk in, and he just didn't look right. And over 2 weeks, he had like really lost a significant amount of weight. And I think that it's like one of those things, like, you don't want to go to the doctor. You know something is wrong, but you don't want to go because you don't want to know what the problem really is. It's almost like, ignorance is bliss. And I'm so thankful that finally he did go, because he did receive a diagnosis, but it was not. I'll just say it. He was diagnosed with HIV, and his body had flushed all the weight from him as well. So I think when we're talking about her weight loss without planning on doing it or doing anything differently, I think that in my opinion, she really should be considering that it could be something that's quite serious, actually. And I think that it's really troubling to watch her audience that are like, congratulations, you lost all this weight. And then, but she openly admits she doesn't know how she lost it. She didn't do anything differently. And I feel like that's really scary. That's scary. So I'm going to take a minute here because I want to catch up on the comments. Sorry, I've been watching them. Because I wanted to tell those two quick stories, so that I could be, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be like appropriate with them. But I don't know that, I think it's one of those two things. Either she's played with the scale, or something else much more drastic has happened and is happening. And maybe she just does not want to deal with that. I don't know. Let me look at the chat for just a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's quite a consensus, but it looks like to me that we are on the same page. I'm not like too far out there. It's either that there's something really serious, or she played with the scale. But I wonder, what do you guys think? I mean, if she played with the scale, how would she have done it? How would she have done that? Hmm. It's due to the meds and her deteriorating health. But that's scary. I'll be very fair with you. When I was losing my weight at its peak and I was working hard on keto, um, I could lose like up to a pound a day. Well, at least that's what the scale said. I really didn't weigh myself nearly every day, but really what it came down to was that I could tell that my clothes fit very differently. Um, she always does her weigh-ins in the doorways. So, Rose, what do you think then? What do you think of that? I mean, how does that work? Um, is it that because it's on carpet? Is it because it's on carpet that, it manipulates the amount of weight? I mean, it could do that. I mean, most people, I think, would have their scales in the bathroom where you would have like tile or like some kind of hard surface, right? I wonder if that has something to do with it. You guys are right. Her face looks larger now than it did when she weighed 400. Right. Hmm. It does. Joey, you're right. I think that yeah, and in her time warp she used that like super fancy camera, which clearly I don't have. Again, for all of you who are wondering why I look so tan, it's because we're painting and we've taken the blinds off, so there's just all this natural light coming in. I'm not mad about it. I just look a little different. I look like I've been on the beach, but I haven't been. Yes, Jazz, my friend does have type 1 diabetes. It was type 1. But I do think that this is the problem, you guys. I mean, I don't, maybe 1 foot off the scale. Oh, Lord. But this is, I think, what's so frustrating about it is, you know, I don't know. And the ironic thing is that after she had gone through this whole thing, she'd done this whole weight loss, and she went and had poutine in her car. And then she pondered on whether it's poutine, which I'm still going to say poutine, whether Pete agrees with the way I say it or not. I'm not really bothered what he thinks when he has never, you know what, Mike, settle down. But I'm never going to say Putin. And I think that and after that, that's essentially what she did. She went and had Putin. And it left us sitting there thinking, well, what the hell is happening? Carpet can make a 5-pound difference. Interesting, Nancy. But she went on, she telling us, oh, I lost almost 30 pounds. To me, that'd be really scary as hell, you guys. Like, that would be scary. Like, you lost 30 pounds and you did nothing different. Is pizza a weight loss food? You're right, Catherine. She does look, she looks more unwell than ever. And her food choices are not helping her either. Yeah, I know. Hey, Fairy Face Jace. Hey, Chad. I think Melissa's in here. Hey, Melissa, sorry, I missed you. Sorry, I missed all of you guys. I think that this is one of those things where I just need help in understanding what's going on. And so it's hard for me to also like kind of watch the chat at the same time. So I'm so thankful that you're here. Please don't, me too. I lost 30 pounds. Oh, wait. Where did that go? Jazz. Me too. I lost 30 pounds in 1 month. Hang on 1 second. Sorry. Sorry about that. We have a house phone only because in a lot of places in the UK, like it's better to have like the landline um, plus the internet. But I don't even know the number for it. So when it rings, it's trash. So I'm sitting here like, why did that just ring? Like that just like startled me. I'm like, what is that noise? I don't even know. We never get phone calls on there. We still have home phones. Yes, we do, Cheryl, because like I said, in the UK, it's like a thing. You got a better deal for it. So sorry about that. Like I said, I don't know the number. I've never used it. So I just know that I don't have to listen. I don't have to answer it because there's no way. Regardless if it's grammatically correct, the way Chantal pronounces Putin is legit how all of... Yeah, I agree with you. Now, I've said this, Jessica. You're right. No, I'm not even mad about it. That is, I think, the Canadian pronunciation of it. But I think she's the one who one time said that she gets annoyed how people say poutine and said that we mispronounce it. And maybe, according to her, we do. But in modern day French lexicon, it is pronounced, and phonology, it's pronounced poutine. But she can say it however she wants. We all know what she means. It's fine. Let's see. If she did lose 30 pounds in 1 or 2 months, she should be very worried because she has done nothing different, or hasn't done anything different. People on... This is what I don't get. And I think this is why, I was really hoping that this time warp would have put me in a place where I could laugh, but I don't think that this is funny. Like, I don't know. Am I wrong? You guys, am I wrong in thinking that this is like not funny? This is not funny. I'm not trying to say let's all sympathize and feel bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm like, this is weird. It's very weird. I'd love to eat, Stephanie. I'd love to eat garbage all day and lose 30 pounds. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? Also, Mike Satz, remember that when you're 400 plus pounds, that 30 pounds comes off in a week of slight... Really? I didn't know that, Melissa. I just would have thought that we haven't really seen her make the effort for a calorie deficit. We've just been seeing pizza after pizza after pizza. I think it was Rose. Rose, if you're here, I don't mean to pinch your idea, but Rose Rose has the idea that, which I'm not, I don't know. Rose was thinking that it's because she is because she thinks that she's going broke. I don't know. Jessica LMAO, Quebec or French is not French. They say things like le weekend. Oh, they say that in France. They definitely do. Mais quand même, c'est pas grave. Je mange le popsicle. C'est quoi ça? Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire? Anywho, so if we're gonna, I think she's been eating less. Honestly, that's good news then. I think that's good news. If that's what she's doing, then that would be fantastic. I just wonder if that's what's happening. And I have to say that if that's what she's doing, good for her, because the difference between her and having lost weight, if it's true, then the difference between her doing it this way versus the way Amber Lynn just did us, she's going to do Jenny Craig. She's not, and that's also going to make people mad. Sorry. In the UK, it's pronounced Craig. In the US, it's Craig. So if I go between the two, I'm sorry. But she did Jenny Craig for like a day, then quit. And I'm fed up with Amber Lynn Reid because you can't figure out what the hell day anything is from. So I did see another person's video. Who was it? It might have even been the live that she did yesterday. People were like accusing her, which was horrendous. Oh my God. This girl went live yesterday. Amber Lynn Reid went live yesterday and couldn't, there were some people in there that were like, I love you. And she pocketed that money. She made all kinds of money on her super chat, whatever it was. But her super chats, but the thing is that she, people were horrendous in there. Oh my God. And you could tell at one point she got really mad. And then towards the end, she had been so resigned from the whole thing. She didn't, I think that she goes in there, and I think that she always goes on one of these things where people are assuming, she assumes people will be nice. And she goes into this thing where, I don't know, where she believes that her audience will change and they love her, but actually it was really horrendous. I mean, the things they were saying, I'm not saying that they shouldn't say what they want to say or what they mean to say, but that was horrendous. Even the own people that were in there were like, girl, you need mods because these people are being relentless. I've never seen Amber, I have not seen her do a live in probably a year. It was at the beginning of when I started my channel was the last live of hers that I've seen. And it was nasty. I could not believe these people were going on about her lies and all these other things. Oh, I just couldn't believe it. Let's see. Kind of fairy face. In my research in French, Canadian French is actually, it's maintained a lot of old French words. So, like for example, I remember when I was there, somebody used the word chandelle, which was to describe a candle, but in France we would say bougie. And that chandelle, it comes from chandelier, the chandelier. And so it's just a really old word that they use, which you find a lot in Quebec, in my experience. I'm not saying that that's always the truth, but that's what I've noticed. Um, but Amber has no self-reflection. I don't think she does. I think that she's the one who goes on here and tells us that she is going to lose weight and all these things. And Mudslicker, I couldn't have said that better myself. Amber has created this community. She has created this community where people have grown not to trust her. They dislike her. They do all of these things. And it just, I don't know. It was horrible, guys. That if I were her, I mean, like I've had like a couple of different, thank you, Anna. I've seen a few different, people reacting to her and the comments get really nasty. But that was, I've had a couple of trolls myself, to be honest with you, but they've never said anything as bad as that. And I was just like, oh my God. It was a mess. Elaine Patterson, you're correct. I that's what I think. That's what I think. But at the end of the day, I don't even know, you guys. I don't know. And I think that we have stopped, I feel like I keep going because there are parts of all of this that's entertaining, but there are other parts where I'm just like I don't like to be taken for a fool, right? Like that. I have been taken for a fool many a times in my life, but I don't like that feeling. And I feel like sometimes I'm like you. I think I think a lot of us are feeling the same way. Lydia. ALR has spent so much time focusing solely on negative comments that she has no idea who actually supports her, and therefore no idea who to mod. That is an interesting comment, because do you remember when Chantal made her a mod, and Amber Lynn was like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Like, what does it mean to be a mod? And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, Lord. You guys just don't even know. Think about it. Amber Lynn has lost weight, and people still don't like her. Why? Because her character sucks. Blondinizer, you're absolutely correct. I think it's one of those things where people don't like them, and they will sit there, and I think it was in yesterday's live with Amber Lynn, where she called everybody fat phobic that doesn't like her, and they called her, she called them all these names, and she was like, look, Becky, that's fat phobia. And I was like, well, no, I'm not. Okay. I'm not fat phobic, Amber Lynn. I'm not fat phobic. I'm not afraid of people that are overweight. That's not true. That is not true. I've been there. But what I don't like is when you sit here and you manipulate us and you talk to us the way that you do. You come with every excuse that you can. Jenny Craig said not to use their program if you have an ED. What else do you need? Like, what else do you need? This is ridiculous. We are not afraid of fat people. Thank you, Laura. We're not. I'm not afraid of fat people. I just don't like to be played for a fool. Oh, Lydia. This is a good comment. Her chat goes so fast on that live. I don't know how she could even see the comments. Well, she pretended that she couldn't see them. And I will say it was hard. It was like bam, 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 bam. I think there were like 2,000 people in her live, or 1,500, something like that. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. And it was just flying through, and people were like, slow down the chat. And she was like, what? I didn't know how. And that might have been like a way to protect herself from what people were saying about her. But at the same time, it was weird. It was weird. I don't think she should be doing lives. The last live that I saw about a year ago was one where, and guys, I want to be respectful here. People were accusing her of lying about a certain taboo. And that I was like, whoa. And you would have thought she would have figured it out then. Like she would have figured out, okay, if this is how people are gonna treat me, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't know. And here's the thing: she trolls and people troll back, and her response is, "Oh, fat phobia." Well, I'm not fat phobic. There is nothing. No, 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 no. I am not fat phobic. If anything, now I'm Jenny Craig phobic. Like, because that I did. I don't know. Like she's made me afraid of it. Like she's made me afraid of it. Oh God. Hey Joanne. I don't even know. uh, she only reads she only reads out $5 and more, and Foodie Beauty Reaction Channel gave her 20, and she didn't batter an eyelid. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Or fat shaming or ableist. Yes, Mudslicker, allegedly that's what we do. That's what we do. We come on there and we talk about her. No, and it was weird. It was weird, and I'll tell you why. Because in the comments in Amberlynn's live yesterday, a lot of people were not even on about her weight. They weren't on, like some of them were. I'll give it that. But a lot of the people were not even on about her weight. They were on about her crappy personality. They were telling her that she was a liar. You know, they were all kinds of stuff. And I saw, like, there were some people that are in this chat now that were there, and you guys can vouch for that. There were some people that were like calling her names, and you know, that's your prerogative, you know. But a lot of it was like they were going after her like bad attitude, sitting there with her smug, and she gets like, I get a lot of words wrong. Yeah, you do. So stop telling other people when they get them wrong. Chantal, I know I was low. It was 1.2. INR range of 2.0 to 3.0 is normal. That means she's not eating right. Okay, well, oh, Lord, you guys. I don't know what we're going to do because this is just getting weird. Chantal be playing with her weight. Amberlynn acting like she doesn't know why people don't like her. It doesn't make any sense. But I do have one more question, though. I have one more question. Because there was a fake Life by Jen person. I think they were fake. Because when I clicked on their profile, I could see that they had like no subscribers. There was a fake Life by Jen in both Foodie Beauties and in Amberlynn Reid's chats. What is the gig with her? Like, are we still Team Jen? Like, are we still like mad that Chantal did that? Like, I don't know. This is so strange. How did we end up here, guys? Like, what is my life? It's like I like came home, took off my work clothes, my tie, whatever else. And then I was like, I'm gonna talk about Foodie Beauty. Oh, Fairy Face, she should have been your live. Oh, yes. This is one major thing we're going to address. Was that damn gravy pizza. Ladies and gentlemen. What in the hell are we talking about when we talk about gravy pizza? Okay, if I have anyone here in the UK, if I have people here in the UK, they will understand what I'm talking about when I talk about when people drink like a Bovril. Bovril, if you live here or you've ever been to the UK or you know what I'm talking about, it's like a it's like a beef flavored, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a beef flavored jam. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, and you can mix it with hot water, or you can get like a powdered kind, and it almost feels like you're like sipping like a stew, right? That I found strange when I first moved here, but I do like it. However, could you guys imagine getting like a ton of gravy and not even just like dipping your pizza in the gravy, but you have like a slice of gravy pizza? What in the hell is going on? What are we talking about when we talk about yeah, you're right, Polly, and a few others, doppelganger. Yeah, Bovril, it's kind of like a stock cube, but it's like a anyway. So When she did that, I have to be very honest with you guys. I saw that piece of pizza with the gravy on it, and I felt like I was going to be ill. Yeah, so do I in knuckle sandwich. On keto, it's really good. And at one point, they thought that never mind. Bone broth is nice, and it's kind of like that, but it doesn't feel as wholesome because it's quite processed. But never mind. I cannot even imagine sitting here having gravy pizza. My husband doesn't even like tomato sauce. So can you imagine? Like he only gets like barbecue sauce flavored pizzas or whatever when he gets them. So I can just imagine. I was like, let's get a gravy pizza. He would ship my ass back to North America somewhere, and he wouldn't even care where it was. It'll just get out. Even Pete's was, yes, you're right, Laura. Even Pete's was grossed out by all that gravy. He was, wasn't he? I'm sorry. That was gross. But how did she? So this is what we were talking about, Aura, is that we don't know because we don't know if she played with a scale or it's something much more serious as far as if it's something a little bit more medically related. We don't know, but somehow she should like get help for it. I don't see it. What? They wanted to know if they sold gravy by the gallon. Oh, I thought she said by like the liter or something. Like we sell it by the gallon, and it's $40 a gallon. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if she got out of she got her car out of the shop and drove directly to this place and went and got paid $40 for a gallon of gravy? Can you imagine? Oh Lord, how did we get here? How did we get here? I was curious though because I was talking to my friend Jed the other day. If you want to check out his channel, he did interview me to kind of just have like a quick chat about what was going on. I'll put his channel in the description if you're interested. And we were talking, and he was like, "How did you like end up there?" I was like, "You know what? I was watching keto videos, and the algorithm will absolutely just like flood you with like crazy stuff, and then somehow you end up there." And I was telling him that like outside of like this stuff on YouTube, I like to like watch like air crash investigation, and I like to watch like all kinds of crazy like travel stuff and whatever. And I'm like, and one day YouTube just like stopped showing me any of those things and like flooded me with all of this stuff. Did that happen to you guys too? Hey, Petrina, did that happen to you where you were just like, what the hell? Oh, Lord. $40 a gallon. Yeah, and that's what they said. They said it was $40 a gallon of gravy. Thank you, Deb, for posting that. Yeah, I can't imagine, you guys. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. It has. You're right, not interested. The YouTube algorithm in the past couple of weeks has gone off the rails. Oh, I do too, Dorial. There is a JPS Psychology or something like that. I love to watch those ones because he watches like the interrogations and will like talk to you about the whole thing and what they're doing. It's really interesting. But in the meantime, no, I think not interested. The problem is that YouTube allegedly, or Google, somebody has been like really scrubbing comments. And I think that there was somebody in my last video who put up a comment and they were so kind. And I think they understood that it wasn't me, but they're like, I posted this comment 3 times. Where is it going? And they, it's getting weird. And I'm getting some like really crazy stuff, like showing up in my algorithm, like in my recommended, that I'm like, no, one day Tom Harlock's video on Amber came up and on my recommended. I watched it and I couldn't believe this person existed. I watched one video of hers and then it was all downhill from there. That's the thing. You get caught in this rabbit trap. Melissa, you get caught, and you're like, but where is the escape? Don't think you'd get a gravy pizza here. Would have to make it yourself. Can you imagine if I walked into, I don't know, Domino's? And it's like, do you think? Oh, you know what? You know what you could do though? You could go to KFC, get gravy from there, and then walk across the street to Domino's. And you know what was funny? It was in that one video where she like went out in the middle of the night. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to 2-for-1 pizza." It was so weird because here in Dorset, there is in fact a 2-for-1 pizza, but it's like one of those places that like clearly caters to like Deliveroo to people who are like drunk, and and they're like, "Whoa, 2-for-1 pizzas," and then they arrive and they're gross. I went to a friend's house of mine before the lockdown, and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we are all sitting there like a little bit buzzed, and he's like, "Let's get some food," and it showed up. It was the worst pizza I've ever had, so I cannot imagine her driving to God knows where. God knows where to get a 2-for-1 pizza. Clearly, it wasn't artisanal, but never mind. That was you, Blondinizer. Thank you for understanding. That was not me. I didn't do that. But thank you for being understanding. I honestly found the girls through the Jaclyn Hill lipstick drama. Yeah, it's weird how all of this somehow gets intertwined, because I don't even know how I ended up even seeing any kinds of those videos. But I do remember that weird drama that happened with, I think it was John Cookian, because he lived in the UK, and I was like, oh, okay. So somebody that's, somewhere in the UK. And I remember like watching him, and then I went back and watched that. We'll talk about that another time. Maybe I will start a membership so we can talk about things not foodie beauty related. I don't know. Do you guys think Google is actually deleting comments from our chat? I do. I think so, because I do have people that have said to me, and they've even DM'd me on Twitter or on Instagram or anywhere, and they're like, did I say something wrong? And I'm like, no, I have no idea what happened. So something is going on, and I don't know. I broke the algorithm by 90% is right. Oh, interesting. That's really interesting. I wonder how that would work. I've been getting weird Russian videos recommended. I only watch reaction channels with this account. I outside of my interest in travel and things like that, I do watch. I've said this before. It's like some like animal videos. I like to watch like fox videos, stuff like that. But lately, I will say to you, I will say that something is up, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what. Oh, that's interesting, Amberlyn. Because I'm a mod there as well. Can I? I know. You can see. I haven't seen one yet that says that in fact it is. It's been like deleted by Google, but I know that something is going on, and I think that. Oh, hey, Sarcastic Healer. I think that there is definitely like there are people who are complaining that their comments are not coming through. And one of the things that I think I would like to think is that we can talk and be civil here. Like we don't have to be nasty to each other. We can be honest, and we don't have to agree all the time, and that's absolutely fine. No crafts. No, I'm not having a gravy pizza. But I do think that when Google determines what you should be able to see and what you are unable to see, then that kind of takes it out of the reins of the person who owns that channel or facilitates that channels. Just you get Korean recommendations. Oh, I get because I like a lot of travel stuff, and I like travel that's off the beaten path. I get a lot of North Korea stuff in mine. I don't know that's on my list, but no. Holly, no, I am not on a diet. Yes, I am. I eat keto. Oh dear. is that I have seen one of my own comments be deleted by Google and Who's Lives twice. All right. Well, okay. I mean, it is what it is. Um, but here's the thing, guys. I don't even know what we're doing. This it's all so confusing. Like for a long time I laid off of Amberlyn because like I can't even figure out what the hell day it is. I can't figure out where the hell we are. And then for Foodie Beauty now, I'm like, I can't figure out what the hell is going on. You're talking about losing weight, you're talking about all these things, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're doing. Yes, Holly, you did because I liked that comment. Hey Jesse, great to see you. It's I got to talk to you about something. I'll message you later if that's okay. But in the meantime, I don't think I'll keep you much longer. My husband will be home soon, and he'll walk in and you'll hear him like complaining about work. Well, he doesn't complain. But one thing I did want to ask, can I ask just something a little bit off topic? So I was watching this channel the other day, and they were talking about shows that were popular because I'm not gonna fib. I did go back and was like, maybe I have seen Twin Peaks, but I didn't know it was called Twin Peaks. And one of the channels that came up when I put in like 90s TV shows, whatever it was, came up and they were talking about shows that if they were around these days would have absolutely. Oh, hey Ranson, thanks for stopping by. It's lovely to see you. They were talking about how a lot of the shows that were popular then would not even have a chance now. And one of the things that they said, or one of the shows they were talking about was Married with Children. Could I ask, what other 90s shows do you remember that if they were around now would not be a thing? That way, when I do decide to do this video that I'm thinking about, that will show Chantal how to talk about a show, in the past. That way I have some ideas of which shows not to do. I listened to, okay, in Jorge Borges, okay, an English one. In English, I want to hear it in Spanish as well, which I don't. Okay, that's interesting. 99% of cartoons. Seinfeld, Married. Twin Peaks, now I know her character. Ren and Stimpy, Freaks and Geeks. Look at all these shows. Look at all of these shows that were okay then and they wouldn't be okay now. So that's why I was okay, because the Golden Girls, at least, like they did have like their moments where, of course, if I ever did this, like I wouldn't do mukbang. If I did the Golden Girls, I'd have like a piece of cheesecake with you guys and explain what the show was actually about, so that she could see if she wants to take us back on a time warp, how to talk about the characters and introduce like the plot of the show to us, rather than just sitting there eating and telling us that I made a cherry pie. Here's a book. I can't figure it out. It's ridiculous. Married with Children, Alf. Home Improvement. I see what you guys mean. A lot of the shows that were there like would not have, like, they wouldn't exist today. Funny Girl, definitely. I'd be sitting here with a piece of cheesecake, but only one. It would be a keto-friendly cheesecake, and I would just sit here and talk about this is what actually happened in the show, rather than promising people for weeks, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and you guys are going to love it. And they're going to show up, and then I don't talk about the show. It's just so weird. It is just so weird. Sanford and Son, right? I don't think I've ever seen that. One show I do remember, I used to really like to watch, and was that like before I'd go to bed, you would find on at like 9 o'clock, 227 would come on, and I loved that show. I absolutely loved that show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it was a good. Oh, Ranson, do you remember that? Okay, so I don't know if I want to talk about this. There was really one troubling episode, Ranson, that I think it was that show. Now, you know what? I'd rather not discuss what the problem was. But there was an episode that was incredibly troubling. And there was also one on, oh, I can't even remember what that show was called. Anyway, 227 is my everything. It is mine too. No, I liked Pearl. Like, she's always in everyone's business. Oh, the Power Rangers. But this is the thing, right? So Chantal did this video on Twin Peaks, and we're the same age. When I was 6, I was watching the Ninja Turtles. I was by the time the Power Rangers came out, I think it was a little too old by then. But like I was watching like the Power Rangers, not Ninja Turtles. If I was watching anything on TV, like I don't know. I have no idea. In the heat of the night, I always feel like I'm on 227 when I sit on my stoop. It was a good show. It really was. Sandra, Mary. Sorry, I have to hide myself. I'm gonna die laughing. You guys, I'm gonna get in trouble. My neighbor's gonna complain. Mary. Yes, Mudslicker. Chantal is full of shites. Yeah, she is. She is. It's just a matter of finding out exactly how she's full of shites. But we all know, anyway. I went back to see X-Files as an adult, but for 90s adult TV, for me, was music-based. All right, interesting. Shows were the best back then, right? Hey, Zena. Or I watched King of the Hill and Simpsons with Dad as early as 96, 97. Well, I don't know. I think if you guys see me showing up here with a Sophia wig and glasses, and I show her how this is supposed to be done, don't be surprised. Hey, June Marie, thanks for stopping by. We're almost wrapping it up here, but I just wanted to spend time with you guys because I needed some thoughts and some guidance on what we really think is happening. But yeah. You guys. Well, speaking of shows, I sure did love Xena. You know, Kristen, I have to say, I've never seen an episode of it. I've never seen it. Oh, and yes, in Living Color, that was before I was in kindergarten, I think. So I guess like 88? I don't remember too much of it, but I don't know. I guess I have to go back and look. I was, I guess, a little too young. With the Sophia wig, I love it. Please do it. Okay, if I do that, you guys have to understand. It's only to prove a point, not because it's something I like to do. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that when my husband sees a package show up and there's a wig and some older lady glasses in there, I think that might be a good idea. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't think I'll American Bandstand or MTV Dance Show. Oh, L'Oreal. I don't. Anyway, I don't remember either of those, but I do remember that my sister, when she was probably in middle school, The Real World was like a thing, and I remember my mom like told her that she wasn't allowed to watch it, and she like one time she had a TV in her bedroom, which I wasn't allowed, but anyway, she did, and she got caught watching it, and it was hilarious. Dude, they already tried to cancel Golden Girls. I grew up on watching that show, and I'm only 23. All right. Well, I mean, there were some scenes that, like, if I came on here, then I wouldn't like talk about. But not interested. You have that on DVD? Oh Lord. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some investigation. But this is what I was thinking about today, because I was like, if Chantal's gonna like lead us into this thing where she talks about, like a show and tells us nothing about the damn show, then we have a problem. Oh God. One of the best. Xena made me realize I was gay at a young age. All right. Purple Sneakers, you weren't allowed to watch MTV as a kid. I wasn't either. And to be very honest with you, there were only a couple of shows that my parents like refused to let me as a child watch. And it was Beavis and Butthead, which kids at my age wouldn't have probably understood a lot of the context of what they were talking about. But it was a cartoon, so children probably would have tried to watch it. My parents refused. And the other one was Ren and Stimpy. I wasn't allowed to watch either one of those, but other than that, they were pretty liberal in what they let me watch. Did y'all hear the director of Mrs. Doubtfire has enough footage of Robin? Oh, really? Uh-oh. I haven't heard that, Ranson. Don't know. She didn't watch Pulp Fiction either. and if I'm not mistaken, I think I did a reaction to that time warp that she did, but I didn't comment a lot on the movie itself. I just talked about what was there. Sarcastic healer, yes, of course. I remember Daria and her sister. What was her name? And she was president of the fashion club. And Daria used to hang out with Jane, and Jane's brother was Trent. Of course, I remember that show. Holly, it was disgusting, but you know, as a kid, you didn't understand what the hell they were on about. Oh, Quinn, that's it. That's it. You got me shaking. LOL. It wasn't until I was an adult I realized that what the lyrics of "I Like Big Butts" were. Purple Sneakers. I remember one time when like that song came on when I was in middle school. It was like at our like fifth or no, it was at our sixth grade dance. It came on and we were just all dancing, like thinking it was funny. But actually, I don't know what the hell my school was thinking, like allowing them to play a song like that. Oh my god. Thank you, Just Some. I'm oh Lord, I don't even know what to do. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I think that your contribution for the Sophia wig, I think I'll do it. Like I think it'll be funny. Just so I can show this girl, if you want to talk about shows, at least explain them. And I know it. Anyway, I won't keep you guys. As like I said, my husband will be here soon. Oh no, her breathing is getting worse. I know. But let's talk about that. You know, because he's working tomorrow. So I was thinking what I could do is just catch up with you guys today. And if you're around tomorrow, I would absolutely love it for you to stop by again. Because I do plan on going live again. And it might be that we have some more thoughts this evening that we want to share. Or if we just want to come on here and have a laugh, I'm happy to do that too. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll wind it up here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate that you guys were and I would really appreciate that well, that I don't give a lot of notice and you guys just find your way here anyway. I really do appreciate that and it means a lot to me. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a good rest of your night and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, and if not, well, he's working again on Sunday. So maybe this will be an action-filled live weekend. I don't know. But in the meantime, thanks for stopping by. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.